find a dentist in Tijuana.
Yes.
What were they claiming they could do?
Root canals, implants, veneers, tops, and bottoms.
For how much?
$8,900.
I got to get down to Tijuana. Have you ever been on the boat?
No.
It's gonna be some rocking.
Yes, I like to rock, but not on the ocean.
I'm gonna write that down.
I had a dream, and in that dream, I saw that he had a small penis. And
Your Honor, I just want to point out for the record that dream was not about me.
There's a big world out there, and it's filled with people that just don't see eye to eye. See, that's why I come in. See, I ain't got a law degree, and I'm way too fly to wear a robe. But this is where common sense presides, in my house. Court is now in session.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Steve Harvey!
All right, let's get started.
This is the case of Rakira Pierce versus Sherelle Pierce. Rakira is suing her mom, Sherelle, for the non-payment of a $10,000 loan for a cosmetic procedure. Sherelle says she thought the money was a gift.
Let's start with you, Rakaya. You have 30 seconds to state your case.
I'm here today to sue my mother, Miss Sherelle, for $10,000 that I loaned her to get her teeth fixed. She did not pay me back the money yet. That's why we're here today.
Okay, Sherelle, it's your turn now. You have 30 seconds to respond.
First of all, Judge Harvey, my daughter is crazy, okay? Let's just state facts. The money that she gave me was to help me with my cosmetic procedure. I've made sacrifices with raising my children, her and her siblings. I don't understand why she's bringing me here to get back money that was very much a gift, missed Mother Day presents and birthday presents.
That's not true.
Why did you give your mom the $10K exactly?
Basically, in March, my mom brought to my attention that she wanted to get her teeth done. She said she always wanted to get her teeth fixed. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna loan you this $5,000. It started off as $5,000. That's
So
a lot.
did you give her $5,000 at one time?
No, I gave it to her in like 3 payments.
So
We sent
let me
it
see
to
these
her.
payments.
So as you can see right
So
here,
you sent a payment $1,500.
yeah, I sent that on April 2nd.
Oh, then you sent a second payment of $25.
Yes,
Okay.
Another gift.
And then you sent $1,000.
yes, that $5,000. That's what we agreed on at first.
You say we agreed
That's
on
not true.
it.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. You didn't think this was a loan?
Okay, see what happened was Kyra mentioned.
I told her it was wrong.
No, it's
I
okay.
told her it was
Listen,
wrong.
listen to me. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen to
I
me.
told her it was wrong.
That line is
Wait.
so famous. That is the beginning of every lie I have ever heard. When you hear that, this is a person that's about to come up with something
No,
now.
that's not true.
So now, well, let me give you a chance, because you're about to tell us something that we don't know yet.
Yeah, she mentioned that it was a loan, okay?
She mentioned it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I laughed.
She never take me serious.
I
She didn't take
laughed,
it serious
and
at
I
all.
told her to quit playing with me. So I don't understand. Like, she still sent me the money after me telling her to quit playing with me.
Well, so now, getting your teeth done is something you've always wanted?
I've always had a problem with my smile, okay? I've been insecure and everything because I had this peekaboo on the side.
You had what?
A peekaboo. A missing side tooth.
Oh, you had that tooth right there missing?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Wow, that's the wrong tooth to have.
Yeah, it is. It is.
God, when you turn to the side, like people can see.
So you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
And in 2019, I moved to Los Angeles. I started going out on a few dates, and I was, telling guys that I was 34. But when I opened up my mouth, it was giving me every bit of 54 because of that side tooth was missing.
Are you 9 or 10?
No, I'm 24.
So, you had her at 10? You're 34?
See, what happened was...
That's not her. That's not her real age.
So you was telling guys you was 34.
They believed me until I opened up my mouth, okay? And a peekaboo was showing.
You didn't know how to, like, smile like this? So 2019, tell me what happened.
I went to the dentist in San Diego, and they quoted me $28,000.
Okay.
That was a bit much, and my friend referred me to a dental office in Tijuana.
What?
A dental office in Tijuana.
Mexico?
Tijuana, yeah. Come
That's
on
where
now.
she went.
Wait a minute, whoa. Excuse me. I'm surprised. You don't go to Tijuana for nothing.
Because it was affordable.
Well, it's just such a dangerous place.
I'm from Chicago, so.
Cool. All right, I got you. So you find a dentist in Tijuana.
Yes.
What were they claiming they could do?
Well, I made my appointment for April the 8th, which Kyra was aware of. And my first consultation, they told me that the procedure was going to cost $8,900.
I wasn't aware of any of
And
that.
what all were you getting done for $8,900?
Teeth cleaning, root canals, 3 implants, veneers, tops and bottoms.
For how much?
$8,900.
I got to get down to Tijuana.
So can I say
I
something?
want to apologize to you. Tijuana, here we come. So now, she was aware of this, and this consultation you went to again was on April
8th.
But now, the payments I saw were from April 2nd through April the 5th.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out when it turned into $10,000.
I'm about to let you know right now. In June, on June 29th, I went into my business account and took out $5 more grand and gave it to her because in May she brought it to my attention like, hey, I need more funds for this procedure. Now, if she didn't
Stop
use
right
it
there
for
for a
that,
second. Is that a true statement? I'm trying to figure out when it turned into $10,000.
on June 29th, it took out $5 more grand and gave it to her because in May she brought it to my attention like, hey, I need more funds for this procedure. If she didn't
Stop
use
right
it
there
for
for a
that,
second. Is that a true statement?
I don't recall.
how you don't recall?
Listen,
I know good and well you
I got
recall.
proof sending it to her.
Show me the other 5,000, because maybe you need to see it. Bam,
That's
right
right,
there.
right there.
Payment complete. That's
Right.
5,000.
June 29th.
You got 10,000. So the procedure, 8,900. You needed the extra 1,100 for.
when I went back, Judge Harvey, they said that they couldn't save my tooth. That was the end of April. They couldn't save my tooth.
It
And then
ain't in there.
They did a fill-in, all right?
There you go. Yes, ma'am.
And the fill-in didn't work, all right? So they said, well, we can't save this. We need to do a root canal,
Yes.
all right? And they charged me,
So you got another root canal.
got another root canal. So the
Ooh, they
whole
all
together,
up
the
in
bill
your
is
head.
$9,800 at this point,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So I was to go back in July, but my daughter was to have her baby, so I flew to Chicago
Another daughter.
because she was having a home birth.
Older sister.
She comes over to the house, all upset with an attitude, making me upset because she's asking me for this money during a time like this. So I had to ask her to leave, and that was in July.
My mother is social media queen, okay? And why I say that is because she did not
Listen.
tell me she was in Chicago. She was avoiding me, Judge. She didn't call me up like she usually do, say, hey, daughter, I'm in town. She lives in California.
What do you mean, social media queen?
My mama was posting
Don't
pictures.
put my business out
no,
there. Stop.
my mama was
Stop.
posting pictures of her being in expensive downtown hotels. She was posting pictures of
Do
her.
you have any of these pictures?
Yes, I do. I'm like three.
Come on.
Right there. See right here? My mama was splurging.
Hold on, whoa. Mama. All right, what else you got?
She was.
Next one.
My mama was. Look at this.
Ooh. That's a Bugatti?
Yes.
Do you know a Bugatti is a $3 million car? Where were you at? I'm just asking. Ain't none of my business. But where were you?
That photo was a date, and
With
I
a
took.
man with a Bugatti?
Yes. Yes.
Them teeth is doing what they was paid to do.
Thank you.
I got to go to Tijuana. So these Instagram photos, is this giving you the impression that things are well?
Absolutely. Yes. So I don't see why.
Do
it
you
was a problem.
understand her having that impression?
These are gifts, and I don't have to do anything for them.
Yes, you do.
Listen to me.
Just show up.
It's okay. I understand that.
She needs to be
No,
putting her
got what I needed.
attitude.
You don't have to do nothing. You just have to do what?
Show up.
Show up. But when you show up and you show out, it sends a message to your daughter that you're doing well. So when the last time you asked your mom for this money?
I called her, because I found out that I was going to be having my first kid, and this is my miracle child because I was told all my life that due to medical issues, I wouldn't be able to even have children.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's another reason you want the money back.
That's right. That's why I'm here fighting for it today, and she should understand that.
Does that matter to you?
Of course it matters. But that doesn't take away from the fact that this should be a gift because I made sacrifices raising them and I'm going to be there for the baby. She needs to take that up with her siblings and ask them to help her with the money. Because they should have put that together for a Mother's Day present.
My siblings' teeth fixed. I got your teeth fixed.
They behind on birthday gifts and Mother's Day gifts.
What is
That's what she needs to do. They're
You
behind.
said they're behind
Yes.
on birthday and Mother's Day gifts.
Yes.
You know, I'm starting to see what I have here.
Absolutely.
I've heard enough. I've reached a verdict. Now, this is the way I see we have here. We have a mother who has done an outstanding job, and she has been an excellent mother, as admitted by the plaintiff. And your daughter says, here's a chance for me to help my mother. So her daughter starts sending money to her mother. Now, there's a little slight sense of entitlement because you keep saying repeatedly, I'm owed this, I deserve this. Then you made the statement, they are behind on Mother's Day and birthday gifts. But $10,000 is hard to make. But you, credit to you, being the single powerful mother that you are and raise your children right. That young lady that managed to become an entrepreneur and got $10,000 to give to her mother.
As she should.
And that statement you just made is why we're here. You just said, as she should. When in essence, is as we would hope. I think it's sad that we're here today. Because what's not missing in here is love. That ain't what's missing. What we have in here is some just mess. Because mama, next to the helicopter, next to the Bugatti, when you get off all of that, one day, you're gonna need them children that you raised so well to come through in the clutch. Not in these moments of things and going places and taking pictures and flexing. But your young daughter's pregnant now. Now she need that help. My ruling is this. I rule clearly $10,000 for the plaintiff.
Thank you, God.
That's how I see it.
I don't know when I can pay you back. And he said, whenever.
You in your 70s, ever gonna need a date on it. All right, I'm ready, guys.
This is the case of Jim Morrison versus Kevin Sullivan. Jim is suing his friend of 40 years for $7,500 for money he loaned Kevin to buy a boat. Kevin says they never agreed on a due date.
All right, let's start with you, Jim. You have 30 seconds to state your case.
I lent $7,500 to a friend that I'd known for a long time, and he was going to use it, my understanding was to buy a boat, and that he indicated he was going to pay me as soon as he could. As soon as he couldn't possibly be 5 years later, because that's how long it's been. That's why I'm here.
Wow. Well, Kevin, it's your turn now. You got 30 seconds to respond.
Well, I'm not denying that he lent me $7,500. I said, how can I pay you? He said, whenever. The dictionary says whenever means no specific amount of time.
Jim, how long have y'all known each other and how did y'all meet?
Wow, 40 plus years. Yeah, long, long time. Kevin is, both of us from the world of professional wrestling. I'm better known as James J. Dillon, or J.J. Dillon of Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen.
Sir, I want to welcome both of y'all to my court. I have been a wrestling fan since I was a little boy. Bobo Brazil, Ernie
Yes.
Ladd, the Iron Sheik.
You're dating yourself now.
Man, I'm old, man. Oh, I've loved wrestling all the way through. So welcome. Thank you, man. Appreciate the entertainment. And who did you go by?
I went as the Taskmaster. I was trying to get rid of Hulk Hogan for 4 years.
You were the Taskmaster?
I was the Taskmaster. I did any job necessary except Windows.
See, that's when Hulk first came out.
Yep.
Man, I'm excited. Welcome to court. That's his picture when he had hair. That's a picture when he had hair.
Yeah.
Well, let's leave the people alone that don't have hair. So, Jim, tell me about this loan. How did this come about?
Gave him $7,500 because he was going to buy a boat. Well, I gave him the money, and there was no written paperwork, no notes, and it was with the understanding that he would pay me when you can.
Okay.
And I guess I left myself open to interpretation of is when you can. But I didn't think that would be 5 years ago.
Okay, well, let me ask you something, Kevin.
Yeah.
When and how did you ask him for this money?
Well, we were at a wrestling convention, and I was trying to buy a boat in Florida, and I was going to lose the boat unless I paid the guy cash all of a sudden.
And how much was the boat, Kevin?
$15,000.
$15,000. So you had half.
Yeah. So
All right.
I mentioned to James, hey, I'm going to lose this boat. He was going to Georgia
Yeah.
to give his daughter money for law school. He had that extra money, and he said, here, I'll give it to you. I don't want you to lose it because we're close friends. And I said, Jim, I don't know when I can pay you back. And he said, whenever.
Do you remember this conversation, Jim?
Yeah, I do. I don't remember exact words, but that's the generalization as I remember it. I mean, that's a significant amount of money to me. But also, how do you put a value on somebody that's been a friend for 40, almost half a century?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't take him to court.
Now, there's no paperwork, a loan agreement, or anything. But we do have two honorable men in here, and you're not arguing anything.
That's the world we live in. Was your word, was your bond.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I wish there were more men like you.
Right.
Because they're gone. I know a few, but it ain't many. So now we got these two friends. Have you made any payments on the money?
I said to him on numerous times,
Yeah.
would you like me to make payments? He said, no, pay me it all in full whenever you can.
And what he's saying is true. That I gave it to him in a lump sum, and with the expectation that he would pay me back in that way. And so when we started talking about installments, I didn't want to have to track how much he paid me, what was the balance.
You don't want to do all that.
And it's like, pay me when you can.
Okay, so did you get the boat? And what kind of boat did you get? Did you get it?
I got the boat. It was a Key West open fisherman.
Have you enjoyed the boat?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Have you ever been on the boat?
No. I get seasick real easy.
Oh, you okay? Yeah, well, you don't want to be
I'm a landlubber.
How big is that boat? How many feet is that?
20 feet.
Yeah, 20 feet in the ocean. It's gonna be some rocking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to rock, but not on the ocean.
I'm gonna write that down. Come on, man. Woo. You know, something about old school players, you can learn from them. All you gotta do is listen. These gentlemen a little bit older than me, but I pay close attention. I never heard that before. I like to rock, but not on the ocean. Hey. All right, gentlemen. So, Kevin, did you talk to him about the money during the 5 years?
I talked to him on probably 3 times a year.
Yeah.
And I heard rumors of him slandering me.
Oh.
And, saying that I stiffed him. And I made it completely clear that I owed him the money. We had a friendship for 40 years. I hate that it breaks up over this.
Well, now, let me say this. Could the bad mouthing have been, because I know how rumors get spread, because Lord knows I got 1 million of them out there about me. And out of the 1 million of them out there that's about me, 999,999 of them ain't even true.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure this man right here ain't bad-mouthing you like calling your names, but we might find out something different. Mr. Morrison, got your hand up in the air. What do you have to say, sir? I'm pretty sure this man right here ain't bad-mouthing you like calling your names, but we might find out something different. Mr. Morrison, got your hand up in the air. What do you have to say, sir?
I never once in my life, because I don't air my business in public. Because to this day, after 40-some years, if somebody said, is he your friend? Absolutely. If Kevin said, I got a real bad problem and something happened and I need $500, can you help me? And if you ask Kevin in all honesty what the answer would be, I think he'll be honest and say,
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you believe he'd give it to you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
He's an honorable man. We're just having semantics. Whenever.
Yeah.
Dictionary, whenever. No specific set of time.
Yes. But we got to get a time on this whenever. Because we running out of ever. See, you 25 and you say whenever, oh, that can be whatever. You in your 70s. You in your 70s, sir?
Yes, sir.
You in your 70s, sir?
I'm 79, kissing 80.
79, kissing 80. How old you, Taz, man? 72. 72. See, ever gonna need a date on it. Because it ain't fun no more. Forever is, we looking at damn near any day now. But I don't think that their friendship is at risk here. He just need it. He just want it. That's all. He can give it to his kids, his grandkids. He can make another move. And I'm sure if he had it, he would. So, I've reached a verdict. I'm gonna do something that I have the power to do. Because this isn't just small claims court. This is a court that listens to the story. So now, I rule in favor of the plaintiff for $7,500. But because of what you gentlemen have maintained for over 40 years, because of your friendship and love for one another, because you share a bond, you've given folks hours of priceless entertainment. I can't tell you how much wrestling done been in my life, man. Let me see these dudes again, man. Let me see the Taskmaster and Jim Morrison. Thank you, man. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. On behalf of this court, even though we award you the $7,500, the court is gonna pay the $7,500. You will get your money in full. And I want to thank the both of you for coming in here and for being honorable men.
Thank you, Judge.
And for loving and defending your friendship no matter what.
Thank you.
Because there's an organization that says friendship is essential to the soul. And oh my God, you can live your life without your mother. You can live your life without your brother. But you can't live in this world without a friend.
No.
You must have a friend. Congratulations. That's my verdict, and that's the way I see it. suing her because she doesn't come to bed?
On time.
Oh, you got a bedtime.
I do have a bedtime.
See what we got here.
This is the case of Devin Brennicky versus Cherokee Brennicky. Devin is suing his wife Cherokee for $5,000 because she is late coming to bed and everywhere else. Cherokee is countersuing her husband for $5,000 for loss of time.
Let's start with you, Devin. You have 30 seconds to state your case.
Your Honor, I'm here today suing my wife for $5,000. She refuses to come to bed with me on time. I go to bed at 7 o'clock, which is early, but I work early. I wake up early.
Cherokee,
Yes, sir.
you have 30 seconds to respond.
Your Honor, first of all, I am an adult. I have the right to go to bed whenever I want to go to bed. And also, I'm a fashion designer. I'm a creative person. At night, that's when I'm alive. So him asking me to go to bed at 7 p.m., it's unreasonable. So I'm countersuing him for $5,000 for all the loss of time because of his early bedtime routine.
Okay, Devin,
Yes.
you're suing her because she doesn't come to bed?
On time.
Oh, you got a bedtime.
I do have a bedtime.
Well, tell me about this bedtime, Devin.
So, I go to bed early. I know it's early, 7 p.m., but I work as an electrician, right? So my job is dangerous. When I'm at work, if I don't get adequate sleep, it's either gonna kill me or kill somebody else who's inhabiting that building.
Okay.
So it's important for me to get the right kind of sleep.
What time do you get up?
I wake up at 4 a.m.
How did y'all meet?
So I had been single for about 8 years. So my pastor said, Devin, do you ever plan on getting married? I said, well, I don't think it's in the cards for me. He said, it's a desire of your heart. And I said, well, yeah. So he said, pray about it. So I prayed about it for 5 years. So we met on a Christian dating website.
Well, we got her profile picture from the dating site. Let's see that. Oh, you from Nigeria?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I saw her, right? I saw the photo. I looked at the profile, and then I saw she was from Nigeria, and immediately, like, red flag went up, and I went, oh, this is a scam, you know? There's a room full of guys smoking cigarettes trying to scam me into giving them some money. But I thought, well, I'll give it a shot. So I checked all of her social profiles, you know, that, like...
You stalked her.
I did, a little.
You sure you want to finish testifying here?
It's just digging my grave here.
You're living in Nigeria. You're communicating?
He was communicating with me for about 10 days, and then I had a dream. He told me that he was going to get married to me. So I wake up from this dream, wearing the same shirt I was wearing in real life, and he calls me and tells me, I want to court you official. And I said, yes, like, cause I just literally woke up from the dream of you saying that.
Do you have any other dreams like
yes,
this?
I did. While in college, I started dating other people. One of the men that I was talking with, I went on the first date with him, and I prayed about it. I said, God, what do you think about this man? Is it the one for me? I had a dream, and in that dream, I saw that he had a small penis. And according...
You had a dream about this man.
Yes, Your Honor.
That he had a small penis.
Yes.
And that ended it right there?
Well, of course it ended it, but the meaning of the dream was having a small penis means it's either you have a very small heart or you actually have a small penis in real life. But whichever the case, it wasn't positive, so that ended that relationship for me.
Your Honor, I just want to point out for the record that dream was not about me.
It was not.
The Lord has blessed me in many ways.
I believe you, Devin.
And then he suddenly said he wanted to court me officially. And 8 months after that, he came to Nigeria.
When you get off the plane, where do you all meet?
We met at the airport.
Yes. Did she pick you up?
Her and her dad did, yeah.
Now we're talking. See, this daddy got to get in here because of y'all Christians, like y'all been trying to convince me of y'all not prayer at 7 and prayer at 4 and Bible study at 6:30, and then we ought to be in heaven by now. Her father picks you up at the airport. So how was the meeting?
It was good. I would be over at the house every day. I asked her dad for her hand in marriage.
All right, so what happened when you asked her daddy to marry?
He said he needed to pray about it.
How long did he pray about it, Chair Chief?
9 days after he showed up, God said yes. And then 2 years after that, we did our paperwork. It was such a long process.
How are you keeping the relationship together for 2 years? This is long distance, Devin.
Well, we talked every day. At the time, I wasn't working as an electrician, so we would talk late into the night.
Do you get married in Nigeria or do you get married here?
We got married here in the United States. And then I got pregnant on wedding night, and the rest is history.
Okay, so you don't have a child?
Yes,
we do.
Your Honor.
We got a 21-month-old.
Now we're married. We got some history. We found out about it. Nice story. Now we're in court today, Devin. For $5,000 you're suing your wife for because she won't come to bed at 7 p.m.
It's just been a strain on our relationship. We get into arguments over it.
When were you informed, after you got here and got married, that bedtime was 7 p.m.?
At first, I thought it was because we're newlywed and he wanted to have more time together. But soon I found out that this is gonna be a routine, and I wasn't comfortable with it anymore because that's how we met in the first place. Because I'll be up as early as 3 a.m. talking to him on the phone.
See, there's a time difference. Where you live,
time difference.
Portland, Oregon. So she's 8 hours ahead of me.
About
That's
8
a
hours.
9-hour time difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if you were going to bed at 7 p.m., she'd have to be up to 4 a.m.
Yes, I've been up till 4.
She likes staying up late.
Does she? Oh. And so let me ask you something. How does he act when you don't come to bed on time?
So, Your Honor, many times I try to oblige him just for peace to reign. But the few times when I choose to say no, maybe because my mind is going too busy, he gets upset about it. He's banging doors, makes such a big fuss about it. He's walking around, standing in front of me and making a face.
It's like every night I have to ask her to come to bed. If I didn't say anything, she would just stay up.
That's not true. Some nights I come willingly without you asking.
Is
So
that
it's
true?
not like
Is that true, Devin?
Sometimes she does, yeah, but it's
But not all
Wait.
the time.
even the times when I oblige him, I'm on the bed and just staring at the ceiling with my head flowing with ideas. But when I try to get up to, go do it, or even to go pee, he somehow just knows, like, are you trying to get up? It's just unfair for me because I have all these designs in my head I want to create, but I can't create them.
But how many days a week? How many days a week, Devin, would you think she just voluntarily come to bed?
maybe 2 or 3 at the most.
2 or 3 days a week, she come to bed at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I know there's a give and a take.
There's a give and a what?
Give and a take.
Give and a take. So if she's coming to bed 2-3 times a week at 7, that's the give. When does she get to take? What's your give?
I provide for the family.
Hungry?
I do?
Starved.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever went to bed hungry?
No.
Mm.
But Your Honor, I want to say this.
Go ahead.
When I get home from work, I take that responsibility of watching our son. I allow her the opportunity to do what she wants to do, right? Like, I'm not sitting on my rump. You know, I don't take for granted the stuff that she does. And I know it's taxing. And
Okay.
I respect that that's a hard job. It's harder than my job.
Okay, good. That's good you said that because they were starting to develop hate for you.
I could tell.
So, your suit is for $5,000. And do you have a countersuit?
Yes, I'm countersuing him for $5,000 for all the lost time due to his early bedtime routine.
And this is because of your inability to create?
Yes, Your Honor, because sometimes I forget the styles I'm thinking in my head because I'm in bed just thinking about it when I could be up creating it.
We have some examples of what you do. Let's see the photos. Oh, okay. These are like evening gowns.
Yes, Sharon, that's my specialty. I love
That's
evening
amazing,
gown.
because you ain't gonna be able to go to none of these places because you got to be in bed by 7. You might want to start making daytime wear and negligees, because that's all you got.
I can't even go for fashion shows because he wants to be in bed at 7 p.m. So going for a fashion show that ends late it's not even possible.
Before y'all got married, y'all was talking. Did any of this come up? Was he aware of your ambitions as a designer?
Yes, he was aware because I was actually doing that back in Nigeria before I got married. I had to stop doing that until I move over because I can't work until your paper's complete. So I couldn't work for almost 2 years.
Wow. I got to hurry up and come up with a ruling because he got to go to bed. I've listened to this story, really kind of a really cool love story. It's almost like a fairy tale. But as in all marriages, the fairy tale starts to become life. And if you're an adult and you've been in a relationship, you know it takes work. 2 people are suing each other for $5,000 over something that has to change. Simply put, you want your wife to come to bed at 7 p.m. because that's you all's time together.
Yes.
But in every relationship, everybody needs some me time. Now, I've reached a verdict. My verdict is first in terms of advice. Everybody in a relationship has to compromise. You can't have everything you want. Now, I understand what Devin wants. He wants the company. Look at this woman. 7 o'clock. Baby sleep.
He does that.
I know he does that. Now, on the other hand, we have a woman here who has had an ambition to be a designer. And according to the pictures, pretty good at it. So now, the problem we have is you ain't compromising. This woman volunteers to come to bed with you 2-3 times a week. And when you fall asleep, she should be able to get up without you sleep. Man, your ass is asleep. Don't nobody want to lay there and watch you sleep. And, who are you? You ain't no little cute ass baby. My goodness, let this woman get up and go live a little bit. Man, she can get up, go make dresses, sell them, provide income, fulfill her dream, chase her dream. Because you chasing yours. You have to return the favor. If you don't, you're going to have a person living with you that's going to become resentful. And you're going to lose your family. He a good father?
He's a wonderful father.
Wonderful. Is he a good husband?
He's wonderful.
He's
Yeah,
a wonderful
very
husband.
wonderful husband.
She a good wife?
She's an amazing one.
She a good mother?
She's the best mom out there.
Here's my verdict. I rule nothing to the plaintiff. Your wife ain't working. Your wife don't have $5,000. And even if she had it, I wouldn't make her give it to you. I'm ruling for the defendant for $3,000 because I'm demanding that you all take the $3,000, put it towards a babysitter, and go out on date nights because you all need to go and discover why you fell in love in the first place. You need to go somewhere and have a good time. Now, we're willing to compromise 2 or 3 nights a week, 7 p.m. But after you go to sleep, sir, She can freely get up and move around as she wants to. You willing to work with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Devin, you willing to work with that?
I am, yes.
I am. Then you know what? That's my verdict. Further defendant for $3,000 for date nights. 2 to 3 nights a week and have a happy life and have a happy wife.
Class is back in session.